What's up, guys? Mr. Sir 1995, finally getting a channel update pumped out, am I right? Alright, so July 27, 2015, Monday, here we go. Let's do a quick rundown of what's on the way. We got some new NASCAR videos. Madden 07 makes its debut. Company of Heroes is coming back. Killing Floor is coming back. Red Faction 2, a possibility. Internet Flash games are not ruled out, as Battlefield, Vietnam, and Dragonball AF Mugen can come back. Final Fantasy 1 series could be in the works. I will probably do a football discussion later in the year. And we will do some speculations for future gaming. So, let's get right on to the finer points of each of these things. Let's start out with the NASCAR videos thing. So, the NASCAR videos thing will be, I know I kind of listed these not necessarily in the best order. But let's go through them, shall we? So, we're just going to be doing some random races, so I'm not really planning on doing any season. There will be not as many short tracks done, because I've noticed that the AI does not like to run closely on short tracks, and it makes for just boring racing overall. So, less short track, more action. I've made all the cars rated even, so there will be closer racing expected. And we're going to be using the 1990 car set for all the cars, except for Bill Elliott, because I just like the 1989 car that Terry Labonte ran for Junior Johnson, because I just love the white and red combination, and I think it looks better than Elliott's car. And obviously we're going to be doing this on the Cup 90 mod for the NASCAR game, NASCAR Racing 2003 season. So that does it for the NASCAR stuff. Let's get to the Madden stuff. Yeah, that's right, football is coming to my channel. Even if it is about 10 years old now. Don't worry, old can still be fun. Madden 07 making its debut. Random Play Now mode games for the most part. So I'm going to be going to the Play Now mode and CPU versus CPU. I'll be picking the teams myself. Most of them will be the all teams and historic teams. Now, if you don't know what the all teams are, in the old Maddens, you could choose to use the current roster, or you could have a roster of anonymous players, you know, just random guys with their names just being their position and number. And basically, it's like an overall gathering of all the best players that have ever played for that team, and all into one, but they're not actually the real players. They're just rated to where they are similar to the real players, and it makes for basically just like an all-star squad for each franchise. And of course, historic teams, those are kind of obvious. Those are teams for each franchise that are from the past. Some don't have them, like the Texans, because they're such a new team. But yeah, that's how that works. Some pro, some casual commentary. There will be games where I try to sound as much like the TV commentators as I can. Other games, I'll just be sitting back and watching this, making a couple of comments here and there. Maybe even discussing offhand topics while we watch the game. Maybe some wacky shit. You never know what I might pull out. I might pull out the most crazy freaking matchup ever. I might even pull out created teams that I've just made off the top of my head with the weirdest names and the strangest looking uniforms to play against each other. So you never know what's going to happen. Season mode not ruled out. And I'm going to go into depth about the season mode right here, because basically what this is well, see, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do every single game. I'm going to do like a Sunday Night Football kind of thing. I'm going to do all of the 8:30 games, because each game in the franchise mode has a time on it, on the schedule chart. I'm going to do all the games that are on 8:30. Now, there is usually one game a year that is not scheduled for 8:30, so on that week I will pick just one of the games off the list that I like. You know, just maybe I might do the game of the week for that week. I don't know. And I will also do all the playoff games. Well, not all the playoff games. I'll probably do, for the wildcard round, I'll do an NFC game. No, for the wildcard round, I'll do an AFC game. For the divisional round, I'll do an NFC game. And then I'll do both championship games. And then the Super Bowl. And maybe the Pro Bowl. Speaking of Pro Bowl, that can also be a possibility in the random play now mode games, so look for that. Other than that, I think that's all about Madden, so let's move on to Company of Heroes Returns. Now, this is going to be a short little rundown here. Campaign may continue. Skirmishes, definitely, because those are fun as hell. And land fights with my friends, those are likely, so you may have some guest appearances on my channel from, say, Shruchimaru or Crazy Guy 007, or maybe both in land fights, so look for that. Now, if that's over with, Killing Floor is back, but really, do I need to say any more? I mean, it's Killing Floor. There's not really much you can say about it. Red Faction 2 a possibility, and like it says there, it depends on equipment derpiness, and by equipment I mean my recording software. I have 2 different softwares I usually use. I don't know if either one of them will work with Red Faction 2, so we'll see. And again, the reason I keep going for older games is because of my computer, because it's old and slow, and these are the only games that can run alongside my recorder. Now, as you see there at the bottom of your screen, Flash games are not ruled out. We'll see. We'll see what happens. No promises, and you know, you can find some weird shit on the internet, especially when it comes to Flash games, so we'll see how this turns out. Battlefield Vietnam returns, again, kind of like Killing Floor. It's just nothing but Killing Kong, and we're moving on. Dragon Ball AF Mugen, or, well, M-U-G-N. I call it Mugen because I just like the way it looks. I mean, you know. Anyway, it's back, baby. More Goku Gohan General Badassery, because I noticed that that seems to be one of my more popular series of videos, so, yeah, we could have returned to more badassery and fighting. Final Fantasy 1 possible. I love the game, and I have an emulator, so I can play it. I'll be using the Game Boy Advance version, the Dawn of Souls version, so things will be a little bit different from the original game that came out for the NES. So don't expect anything like, you know, high tech. I'm not doing Final Fantasy 13. Never liked that. I never even played it, and I don't like it. Technical difficulties may abound because my emulator is finicky about recorders. So we'll see about that. Football discussion. First of all, excuse my spelling if I misspell discussion, because I don't give a shit about spelling sometimes. Excuse my French too, because in these videos there will be a lot of swearing, probably. But anyway, getting on to the rest of it, I love football, as the Madden 07 thing is going to demonstrate. And we'll talk about the upcoming NFL season, and probably continue discussing through the whole thing. I don't know if it'll be a weekly thing. It'll probably just be whenever I can upload or can record. But we will definitely have an NFL discussion. And now we move on to the last topic, speculations of future gaming, which there we go. I couldn't scroll down because of that. Speculations of future gaming. Games that could happen. I don't exactly know right offhand what I could possibly do. If my recorder will work with it, Conflict Zone could be a possibility. I don't know if any of you know what that is. But if you do, kudos to you, because that is a fucking obscure game. But it's a good game. It's a strategy game. So that'll continue the strategy game, tradition that we have on this channel. You know, with Company of Heroes and Empire Total War. We'll add that to it. There could also be a possibility of Risk, because board games and boredom. Other than that, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. Well, I may have another channel update later where I may list some of the games that I might try out. So other than that, I think we're done here with the channel update. So keep your eyes out, keep your eyes peeled, and I'll see you guys in the next video of whatever it is I decide to make. Peace out, guys.